Hello, Tubies. How are you? I hope you're doing fantastically fabulous. If you're not, that's a you thing, not a me thing. I love you. I really do. So, did you ever think that witchcraft can be simple? How complicated do you like your craft to be? I don't like mine to be complicated at all. You're like, have you seen your altar? Honey, my altar is none of your damn business. Okay? What I got going on and what you got going on are two completely different things. But look how pretty this is. Oh my god, I love this. Do you want to buy it? It's on my Etsy shop. $39.99 and I'll sell you a cap full of this. Okay? Shipping is another $59.99. You're like, oh god. Yeah. People's Etsy shops, I haven't seen a lot of the ones on YouTube. I think the Lady Grave Dancer has a shop, or I don't know what she's got going on, but she got something. Anyways, she's not a part of this conversation. People who have Etsy shops that charge outrageous amounts for like 3 of their little homemade cone incense, right? And I have a question, okay? It's a question. Why do people sell magical oils, herbal mixtures that you would use in your craft? It's one thing if it's like, let's say it's like a dragon's blood soap or something, right? That's cool. But what if it's like an oil? Like if I sold this oil to you, right? Like, what would you do with it? Okay, I'd have to tell you what it was, but, you know, like, if I told you what the oil was and I put it up on an Etsy shop and I was like, oh my god, guys, go buy this. Like, look, it's my new product. It does X, Y, and Z. Like, would you actually want that? No, because it doesn't have your intentions in. It has my intentions in. I don't know. I always find it hard to work with another witch's magic when it comes to their stuff. This is so fun, Tubies. Anyways. So the issue that I have with Whoa, that's like a head rush. The issue I have with people's Etsy shops is not the fact that they have an Etsy shop or that you want an Etsy shop, is the fact that people charge outrageous amounts of money for your most basic of witchy things, right? And the fact that they sell like oils, tinctures, powders, whatever, right, that have their intentions in. And I understand the reason why, like, right, like witches have been doing this forever, right? Like, instead of me casting a love spell for you, for example, let's say I just give you an oil and say, you know, dress this over a red candle, right, and burn and do this for 7 days and burn it down all the way and just think about the person that you're in love with, right? Like, witches have been doing that as well. They'll give you, the person requesting the spell, the tools necessary to do the spell, and then you'll put your own intentions in. But my question comes down to, okay, so you're selling an oil that you say is really great for cursing or really great for money, and it has your intentions into it. Like, the oil is infused with your intentions. Just like this oil that you've seen in the last few videos, I'm like infusing it with my intentions and with the spiritual energy and all of that fun stuff, right? But like, if I were to sell this, I feel like it would be useless to you. Like, if this was like a love oil or a money oil or whatever oil, I think it is a love oil. What is it? Yeah, it's a love oil. But like, if it was like a money oil and I was to sell it to you and it's like, okay, it has my intentions in it, right? And you do the spell and you're like, oh my God, it's not working. Well, one of the reasons it's not probably going to work is because it's my energy into it. Now, when we witches sell things that we make with our intentions, it is possible for another witch to use the magically made item and therefore like add their own intentions to it, like me adding my intentions to, say, an oil that Ember Honeyraven was selling, right? And I bought it and I was like, okay, I want to use this, and I'm just kind of adding my intentions on top of her intentions, kind of tapping into that power that she's put in there. Because it's another thing that you can do, is you can tap into the power that the witch has put into the thing that you bought and use and utilize that energy, which is most of the time what they intend you to do when you buy their stuff off their store. However, most people tend to just buy it, throw it on a candle or whatever, and be like, okay, this is gonna work. And then they go back to the seller like 6 days later and they're like, this shit didn't work. What the fuck is going on? Why doesn't your magic work? Your magic is fraudulent. You're a fraudulent witch, right? And like, it's not even the case at all. It's like, you can't just use somebody's thing from the shop and expect it to just work, I guess is my point. I need a candle. Give me a minute. Okay, Tubies, let me tell you. When you get to be my age, some of you are sitting there being like, honey, I'm 3 times your age. Sweetie cheeks, you wish you were. But when you get to be my age, your bones, they creak whenever you move. Okay, here you go. Be my friend. Shh. I don't know. The witchy show these days is a little nutty. It might be a little nutty. But that's okay, right? We like a little cray-cray. Who doesn't like a little cray-cray? Little bit cray-cray. Little bit cray-cray. I see witches burn candles on top of these little things, right? And sometimes they'll have a cork on there like this, right? Be careful when doing that, because there have been times where I just say fuck it to the cork and it ends up catching on fire because, right, we put oil on our candles and all of that fun stuff. Ooh, we got some spirit essence, and you're just like, oh God, what did I tune into? Spirit essence. You tuned into the Witchy Show, bitching about Etsy shops. I'm not even really bitching about Etsy shops. I'm not. I'm just kind of, it's not my business what you do, obviously. And I'm not calling anybody out. But it feels a little weird to me that somebody would charge like $80 for like a bottle of oil like this. Or that people would buy things from another witch's Etsy shop expecting it to just do whatever it says it does on the label, right? Like somebody might make an oil that's like a money oil, and they're like, okay, dress this on a candle, on like a 7-day candle, and burn the candle down, and blah, 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 blah. But what they mostly leave out is some, like, how you use the oil. Like, do you put intentions in? Do I just dress the candle? Do I just burn it down? Whatever, right? So sometimes they just, like, leave out the details of how they might use the oil, right? Like an example. That's what I'm looking for, an example. Anyways, let's calm down, Tubies. You're like, didn't we do this in another video? You know, you do a lot of things when you're making oils. You do a lot of things. You call upon a lot of things. And you put a lot of energy in. And sometimes you have to work these over a course, a period of days. Hey? We have our key. There we go. Right? Everything is simple, Tubies. And the craft also doesn't need to be complicated or expensive. I already talked about the expensive part, but I've never really talked about the complicated part. Because people are always like, what is so complicated about witchcraft? You're just sitting there staring at a candle and just thinking about the thing. No, you're not just thinking about the thing that you want. You're visualizing the thing that you want. You are physically putting it in front of you in such a way that it feels like you could reach out and touch it. Right? Anyways, Tubies, you're like, this video made 0 sense. Well, that's fine. Welcome to the Witchy Show, the greatest show on YouTube. The only show worth subscribing to. JK, love you.